Entire building collapses beside others and disappears into massive dust within moments. Truck strikes electric pole wires and the driver flees the scene after the impact. Two boys show incredible football skills in daylight by kicking a bottle straight into a dustbin. Live electric wires explode into short-circuit sparks after being hit by a passing truck. Van nearly runs over pedestrians crossing the road as they sprint away to save their lives. On the roadside, the carrier attached to a motorcycle tilts dangerously, yet the rider skillfully saves it from collapsing. Shelter roof nearly crushes a man as he escapes just in time, while another watches in shock. Two scooter riders suddenly cut in front of a truck, but the driver's lightning-fast reflexes save them from a deadly accident. A heavy wind sends debris flying from a rooftop toward the street. A snake crawling across a rooftop slips and falls to the ground while trying to reach a nearby tree. On a sunny day, a small bird casually rides on the back of a crocodile moving through the water. A shelter almost collapses onto a woman standing below it. A man calmly swims through the water in broad daylight, unaware of the world above. Turning the land into a moving sea of wings. Thousands of flies swarm across a building on a sunny day, covering its walls and floors in a living layer. Under the streetlights at night, clouds of flies whirl around the glowing lamps in a thick, endless circle. Huge swarms of insects take over an open area of land, filling the road with buzzing chaos. Two snakes twist together, get stuck, and then suddenly slither apart as they flee onto the street.
They will strike at you, just say.
Will they?
Oh, yeah.
But they're not venomous, right?
No.
So, huh.
That's exactly what that is. They ain't fighting, they're mating. I bet you.
Wow.
In the middle of the day, fish jump wildly out of the water as surprised onlookers capture the spectacle. Under the surface, a massive fish circles around a cluster of smaller ones, moving in harmony. Thousands of tiny snakes spread across the ground, blending perfectly with the earth in the bright daylight. A large school of fish swims beautifully beneath the water, creating a mesmerizing natural pattern. At night, groups of birds with glowing lights drift across the sky, forming a stunning spectacle. A falling LED TV nearly crushes a child, but a woman grabs him just in time. A glass door shatters suddenly as a man tries to close it. A sea lion escapes into the streets with police chasing behind it as shocked people record the unexpected scene.
How do you get him back?
Leaving everyone nearby stunned. A massive dark cloud rises into the sky moments after a huge explosion shocks the edge of the city. A tremendous blast rocks an area so violently that everything around it shakes. A tall tower collapses to the ground in seconds and disappears in a swirling cloud of dust. The explosion sends shockwaves strong enough to break the windows of a nearby building in broad daylight. A building crumbles instantly, sending thick waves of dust into the air and blocking everyone's view. A dark cloud spreads across the entire sky, forming strange shapes that glow beautifully in the sunlight. Inside a cave, water has frozen solid, leaving a construction worker staring at the site in confusion. Fire bursts from an electrical pole as wires spark violently, spraying bright flashes onto the street. In bright sunlight, another building demolishes into the ground, releasing massive clouds of dust that engulf the entire area. A construction machine flips over when a worker tries to grab it, and he falls with it in a dramatic tumble. A large tree falls right in front of two women and lands near several dogs, sending everyone running for safety. A towering dark cloud covers the land before lightning strikes the field below on a stormy, overcast day. A tree collapses onto a road during heavy wind and rain, blocking the entire path. Another tree topples during a rainstorm, hitting the ground hard as the wind keeps pushing through the area. A swirling wind tornado rips through the street as a nearby electric pole sparks violently in the storm. A dark cloud blankets the entire landscape, forming a small dust tornado beneath it. A massive wind gust tears the rooftops off shelters, forcing people to run in panic. A random object flies straight toward a moving car and smashes into the windshield without warning. A wall with circular cutouts creates a mesmerizing visual as people walk through it in smooth motion. People moving in a long, winding line create a stunning snake-like pattern across the bright daylight street. A biker starts dancing joyfully after seeing a breathtaking cloud glowing orange and blue in the sunlit sky. Deep in the jungle, a snake slithers through bushes as a nearby bird jumps back in shock at the sudden movement. A small cloud appears alone against a bright, sunny sky, floating gently above the land.
No.
Whoa!
That's pretty wild.
Over an open field, a massive cloud rolls in and covers the entire area during a rainy spell.
Literally, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Yeah.
Look.
A long snake covered in mud creeps silently through the darkness at night, creating an unsettling sight. A massive fish bursts out of the ocean for a brief moment before diving back beneath the water in the bright sunlight. Raccoon popped into a photo frame and immediately ran off down the street like a shy celebrity. A cobra stands boldly on the switchboard inside a vehicle, staring as if guarding the controls. Tornado spun across a dusty field under clear sunny weather, kicking debris high into the air.
Está fuerte eso.
Bird snatched its food and sprinted across the street in daylight, like it didn't want anyone stealing its meal. Random shelter lifted off the ground in heavy wind and nearly hit a car before the driver braked just in time. Tornado formed inside blazing fire, creating a fiery vortex that looked unreal. Night sky lit up with colorful firecrackers that painted the darkness with bright streaks. Scuba divers swam deep in the sea as massive waves rolled overhead, creating a dramatic view. Strange flash of light appeared in the night sky for a few seconds. Huge clouds spread over the entire city in daylight, swallowing the skyline. Smoke swirling inside a perfect circle erupted with small explosions, creating an unreal daytime sight. Tower collapsed at night and vanished into dust while bright lights illuminated the scene. Loose tire rolled down a busy highway on a sunny day, but luckily bounced into nothing. Unattended wheelchair drifted down the street in rainy weather. 3 towers were demolished simultaneously, filling the daylight sky with enormous dust clouds. Roof tore off in a powerful wind gust and slammed into a neighboring house. Large shark glided through the water with a swarm of smaller fish following alongside. Sea lion grabs a floating board and swims away playfully as a man laughs in disbelief. Mysterious light flashed across the night sky while a boy played nearby. Girl got shocked by electricity inside the house and ran away terrified while the man stood frozen in confusion. Dancers spun in circles flawlessly while spectators clapped and cheered for the performance. Lion peeked inside a home after climbing onto the front gate wall, staring curiously at the humans inside. Car rolled forward on its own and broke a roadside railing because a dog was sitting inside the vehicle. Avalanche of snow slid down the mountain dangerously close to chairlift riders moving across it. Man pulled off a stunt by backflipping into a pool while tossing a ball that landed perfectly in the scoring hole. Truck nearly lost control, but the driver saved everyone, though a loose car slid off the back and landed without causing damage. A massive black tornado formed in the evening sky beside the city as lightning flashed inside it. Powerful wind gusts shattered a building's glass door, leaving debris scattered across the daylight street. Strange object fell from the sky, making a biker flee instantly, while confused bystanders looked around. Series of explosions erupted deep in the jungle, sending massive dust clouds billowing through the trees. Huge rock tumbled down the mountain and splashed into the water, throwing waves high into the air. Massive insects crawled out of the water and spread across the beach under the sunny sky.
Olha como que eu tô, ó. Ó de bicho.
Thousands of small flies swarmed inside a container, looking like a collection someone kept on purpose.
Olha. Ó meu Gatorade, ó. Ó. Olha. Ó, sem brincadeira, ó. Olha. Nossa.
Swarm of flies gathered around a bright indoor light as a child played with them curiously. Large school of fish glowed beautifully underwater as the lights illuminated them at night. Bird perched by the sea edge, waiting for the perfect moment to grab its meal from the water. Huge long fish swam beside scuba divers, leaving them confused and amazed at the size difference. Tower collapsed to the ground, erupting into thick clouds of dust that filled the air. Small gas cylinder ignited in a kitchen, but people worked quickly and managed to put out the flames. Air toy rolled toward the road in heavy wind as people chased it to stop it from hitting traffic. Air balloon caught fire after getting tangled on an electric pole on a sunny day. Huge fish cruised beside a swarm of tiny fish, while scuba divers watched from below.